Acknowledge me.
Leveled by Marvin, constant, the redshirt freshman out of Tuscaloosa.
Oh, they go by now. Let him know he don't want to stop. 65 yards as the ball was thrown away from the line of scrimmage. Gerald Dixon.
Hey, you forgot to see my book. And proper.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. You know what time it is. You know the Bama Standard is here to deliver the best in Alabama content, period. Before we get rolling, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, live chat, do your thing tonight. Show up, show out. If you are watching the replay, get down in the comment section below. Show us some love there. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone about the people who help us pay the bills. Workspace Solutions. If your business needs a digital presence, full-fledged marketing team, SEO, copyright, or any other business need, these are the guys you need coaching up your business. Visit them today at workspacepros.com. I'm your host, Justin Riley, and with me is always a living legend, the undefeated, undisputed king of comedy, everybody's cousin, and more importantly, the star of the show, Steve Brown.
What's happening, guys? Hey, I'm excited, man. It's a homecoming week at Bama, and I think we're gonna bounce back, especially after some of the players hear about this show. Yeah, and another thing, I just want to tell y'all people, listen. I got a flag football game, 50 and over. Flag football game. I've been working out. Look at that. When I tell you, I'm not pulling flags. I'm hitting people. I'm hitting hard. I'm hitting. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna put a lick on Ernest and Willie.
That's what I'm talking about. Did they all sign waivers?
He's gonna be on the kitchen counter when he get done.
This game brought to you by Icy Hot. All right. Just below. Just below 1999 all SEC linebacker. And when Ric Flair said to be the man, woo, you got to beat the man. Ladies and gentlemen, he's still that man, Marvin Constant.
Yo, man. I missed last week, but I'm back now.
Why did you come back? What made you come back?
Because I need to talk about this piss poor, lackluster, soggy diaper ass performance from Saturday. And I seen diapers with baby doodle in them that were tougher than that.
Well, you could have did that from the beach.
Don't worry about what I was in and what I was doing. All right,
Marvin, we have been on for 5 years. I don't think there's anybody in our audience who does not know where you were at. Anyway,
Peterson Beach.
The man who is always here, we can always rely on him. He keeps Paul Feinbaum gainfully employed. He's also a senior analyst at Touchdown Alabama Magazine and the Bama Standard, and he currently took over the set of Jimmy Fallon's show. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, Stephen M. Smith.
We got to get this right, fellas. We got to get this team right. Steve Brown said it. If they're going to listen to this show, they're going to have to get this thing right, starting now.
Because if they don't listen, it's not going to go well. And yeah, I hate to go to the next press conference and have to chew some asses.
Uncanny.
Man, he's back.
Listen, we got a lot to talk about, but we can't start things out without introducing our guest. Stephen M. Smith, take the microphone. Let the folks know who is in the building.
Well, we're supposed to have two of them. The other one will come soon. But we got the first of two culture setters of the Nick Saban era. This brother is on the defensive side of football. Two-time national champion. He got two of them things, 2012 and 2015. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a three-time SEC champion. He instituted, knocking out Georgia players. He still got that Georgia player on a cart right now. He is somebody that taught Reuben Foster how to tackle. He was a part of that group that had A'Shawn Robinson, Jonathan Allen. If you make them jokers mad, they will jump you in the street. They will jump you in the street. He took that Nick Saban message and funneled it everywhere. And now he's on the show with the best beard on the set, We got Reggie. Don't let me take you out. Rag is in here. Let's go, Rag.
Yeah,
Reggie, welcome back.
I don't know what to say. I need to take a drink first.
Hold on. Reg, wait a minute. You probably one of the hardest hitting, most aggressive linebackers at Bama. Listen, you're not gonna be on the show with that lime green cup. I tell you that much.
Hey, Reggie, don't pay no attention to him. He on
I
his
ain't worried about him and this damn cup. I've been drinking out of cups like this my whole life.
Hey, Reggie, you see him? He on that dress like a sharecropper with that hat on. Yeah.
Man, look good. You know he make a mean potato salad.
With the raisins in it. With the raisins in it.
Not the raisins.
That shit
Let's go.
Man,
We got some serious stuff to talk about. Before we get to those things, and we are going to get to those things, Reggie's got a lot to say. He texted me yesterday morning and said, look, let me be on the show. I got something to say. We're going to give him that opportunity. But first, we got to talk about this past weekend. We got to put a bow on it, and then we got to move forward. So off the top, guys, let's talk about what we saw. Disappointing loss. We didn't really see the Bama Standard executed this past Saturday in Knoxville. Had plenty of opportunities, didn't capitalize on a lot of them, or really all of them. Let's talk about it. Malibu Marvin, you've been gone for quite some time, but you were able to catch the game. What did you see? Then we're going to Reggie. Then we're going up to Steve, and then Stephen M. Smith.
Piss poor performance all the way around. I'm calling it like it is. Both sides of the ball. Offensively, 86 yards rushing. Come on. How do we have what we call the best running back room in college football, but we got 86 yards rushing? But then we also had 7 damn punts. So that means we can't move the ball worth nothing if we keep punting the ball. Then you add in 15 penalties on top of that. Then you go to the other side of the ball. We gave up 217 yards rushing. They say this is a attacking, swarming defense. Only damn thing they're attacking is buffets and social media. Ain't attacked nothing on the damn field yet. So until they stop some, I don't hear nothing else about an attacking and a swarming defense, because I ain't seen a swarm on nothing yet. I seen flies swarming harder on cow crap than that defense on the field.
Reggie, take over, man. Marvin said a lot, and he was loud. What you got? I know that defense didn't look like what you put on the field, but hey.
It's definitely not, but I can at least say they gave us an opportunity.
They did.
To stay in the game.
Several.
Reggie, time out.
No, Marvin, you have your turn. It's my turn right now.
I want you to ask
all right, see, what's this button do? Oh, wow, look at that.
Like, I can honestly say this is
Reggie,
they gave us an opportunity.
I want you to add one thing to what you're saying, though, Reggie. I want you to speak on if y'all had gave up 217 yards rushing, how that would
on that now. I got to give them credit to some. I got to give them some type of credit because they deserve some type of credit. Because I've been mad as hell at this defense all year. Because I know what type of players we got on that defensive side of the ball, man. And to me personally, and talking to other guys that played on, I'm not saying individually these guys are soft, but as a whole, the defense looks soft. Like they're not playing their standard. Like I know they can stop the fucking run, man. I know they got better pass. I know what type of guys are on this field. We just seen it done. Like if they couldn't get the job done, they wouldn't be at the University of Alabama. It's a reason these coaches recruited them before Coach that's here now and Coach Saban. They saw something in them cats. And like my message would be to them, just do what the hell they got you to University of Alabama or wherever the hell you was before you came out the portal. It was a reason why you went to college. A reason why you was a 4 and 5 star. You played football. You didn't think about all the other BS. Just play the game. Just like I used to tell my guys when I was playing, don't think, just react. Don't think, just play. Stop worrying about messing up. Stop worrying about getting beat deep. Just do what got you there. Like, that would be my message to them if I was in that locker room with them. Like, just play. Like I told Jahad, like I told Jahad the other day, bro, you playing good, but when you gonna separate yourself from the pack? Like, I know what type of linebacker you are, but when you go separate yourself from the pack, yeah, you make plays, but when everything you do is going to be loud on the field? Like, just go and separate yourself, man.
Hey, Reg, I don't know if you peeped this or not, but the only linebacker to me who's been separating himself is this dude Justin Jefferson. He's been banging heads. He's been hitting people behind the line. He's been good in coverage. The number 15. I think he's probably one of the smaller linebackers, but
he's small, but he plays big.
And I
love Justin as a player because me and him used to talk a lot last year. Like trying to understand the defense. And now he's flying around, he's playing ball. I don't see why he shouldn't play more.
And the thing about it, so goes your linebacker.
Exactly.
So goes your defense. Linebackers are your enforcers. If your linebackers play is trash, your defense is probably going to be trash. So you got to step up and go do your damn job. I'm telling you, man, when I play, I used to tell my teammates, listen, when you bring your ass on this field, you be out here playing around if you want to. Just know if your ass standing around the pile, when I come, I'm taking your ass out too. See, we don't have nobody with that mentality right now.
And the one thing I can say I love about Justin, every time he's out there, he makes a play.
He does.
Forcing a fumble.
Every time. And nobody's noticing it. Every time.
I think I seen one, he might have played 15 snaps and had 10 tackles in one game. So it was some stat like that.
Yep.
Man, get that kid more opportunity, man.
I'm telling you.
Matt,
go ahead.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing. The ones that should be out there more, they're not. You look at Justin Jefferson. You look at Brayson Hubbard. That's a kid that should be out there more, but he's not. And he's going to get his shot this week. Now, Hugh Robinson's played well as an edge, but I think your two inside guys need to be Campbell, Jefferson. You take Dingall, you put Dingall on the sideline. Zero Lawson is not it right now. Dingall's not it right now. Because when you watch him out there, he's either out of his gap. When he's in a gap, he's not making any type of contact, or he runs himself out of the play. He's not getting over the top, and it's frustrating for everybody. It's frustrating for everybody. You see Campbell go out there. Campbell's having some type of intensity on, I'm getting to this ball.
Man, every time you look up, he's making a play too, man. So Coach got to put the guys out there that we know that's going to give us the best opportunity to be successful, because everybody think we're out of it right now. We're not. We still got the opportunity. Yep. But if this was when I was playing, you had 2 losses. Yeah, we're going to the Biscuit Bowl.
That period.
I hate to say this, and I don't hate to say this. You could tell what type of culture college football is now. Because when I was playing, you had to knuckle up and play fucking football. And if you didn't, with a 1 loss, you didn't get the opportunity to play in the New Year's Day Bowl. But now it's looking like you can have 3 losses and still have the opportunity to win the national championship.
Participation trophy, Reggie. They want everybody to have a seat at the table. Everybody.
And I don't think like that. Like if you got a seat at the table, you got to have no losses. And regardless of what's going on right now, what they said about Vandy, is Vandy still undefeated right now?
No, they have 2 losses.
No, they
got 2. I thought they was undefeated.
No, they lost to Georgia State and they lost to Missouri.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna ask y'all a real question. We are how many games have we played this year? 6, 7? 7 damn games. It ain't been a time where I done said, ooh, yeah, ain't no damn pads popping, ain't nobody out there laying no wood, ain't nobody on that damn field laying the damn law down. Who is your leader? Where is your identity? Who is going to be the one individual to say, you know what, I'm going to put y'all asses on my back. I'm going to lead by example, and we're going to go ahead and execute every damn thing out here.
But let me say this. Have we seen any pressure from our pass versus this year?
Exactly.
There's only one person I've seen get to the bar, and y'all named him Q.
So with that though, hold on. With that though, Reggie,
it's different for me. I'm used to having from my outside to my inside getting pressure. Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Jay Reed, A.J. Robinson on the inside. Then I'm used to having Ryan Anderson, who is probably the most slept on pass rusher in the Saban era.
Now,
Tim
Reggie.
Williams, all them guys. Come on now.
But Reggie, but with that, what you just said, only that one person, how the hell do you run a 4-2-5 swarming defense when you ain't getting no damn pressure?
No
And
damn
using
pressure.
three down linemen. Let me ask y'all this, Marvin and Reg. But could it be also that the defensive coordinator is putting these guys in bad positions? In other words, a position where they can succeed and really make the plays that need to be played, that need to be made. Is that possible that the coordinator could call stuff that's just not effective?
I've said it, and I've said it time and time again, Steve. You might want to run a 4-2-5, but if your personnel doesn't support it, you need to find another damn answer.
Because if it's me and the personnel I know we have, we ain't got just dynamic pass rushes because nobody's getting pressure. So why don't we just go back to running a 4-3, put everybody in the gap and let everybody just go?
Thank you.
Because like in that 4-2-5, you have to have people that's getting pressure. Like
nobody's getting pressure.
And nobody's getting it like we should, and like we know that they're capable of doing, but nobody's doing it. Nobody's saying they can't pass rush, but you're not doing it. You're not getting no pressure. You're not getting to the quarterback. You're not making him make some crazy throws or giving our guys in the back better chances to make plays. Like we killing our guys in the back end because we're not getting pressure. That should go hand in hand. And that's what people don't understand. Everybody want to get mad at the DBs and everything. If you got to cover all damn day, I'll be tired and mad too.
Thank you. I've said that so many times.
Like you have to get pressure to help them guys out in the back.
Justin,
by the fourth, look, if you're a pass by that third or fourth step, you're supposed to be hitting that damn quarterback in the mouth.
I'll tell you what's up, Steve. We got a couple of super chats to get to before we start to go a little bit further. First of all, we're going to give a shout out to Jordan Kane, who gave us $4.99. Nick Sheridan sees Milroe is struggling, and yet he makes them throw the ball 45 times. At what point does Coach DeBoer call the plays on offense? Hold off. We are going to get to that. We have a section for that. Then we got Moyo Tocando El Bajo, if you want to translate that, Marvin. $5. Is it roll tide or fold tide? Man, harsh.
Can you pronounce that name again? I could translate it.
All right. Let's see, Steve. Since you had Rosetta Stone before you jumped on, Moyo Tocando El Bajo.
Oh, his name is James. That's it. James.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to just assume anything. You know,
James,
you're a man. You're a man of the world. I figured I'd ask you first.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, big question here. Has the Standard left Alabama? We're talking about a lot of things that are just uncharacteristic of Alabama. Now, one of the hardest things to do is to get a team to be all in on a new staff, especially after you come after one of the greatest runs, if not the greatest ones in college football history. How long does it take for the guys to buy in? I can't answer that. Time will tell. This staff has been to a natty, but will it translate here, or can it translate here? Again, time is going to tell. We're seeing a separate – I don't know if it's separation. We're seeing coaches don't trust players. Players don't trust coaches. There's a little bit of mutiny going on the field. It's just something isn't adding up. There's lack of discipline. You can see it in the execution of the plays. So, guys, who's really in charge right now? Who do we need to look to right this ship? We're talking about the same thing literally every week. We're looking at coaches. We're looking at players. So what's the answer? Go ahead, Steve. Start us out, and then we'll go down to Reggie and go down to Marvin and Steven.
Well, first off, and I think I'll let Steven touch on that even more, but I'm seeing that the coaches are making deals with the players. They are being the players' friend. I've never heard, even when I tried to play high school football or whatever, that a kid had a podcast during the season, especially as a freshman. Your head should be so far in that playbook, you don't have time to do nothing else. All this dancing on the sidelines. I'm looking at the Vandy game. I see a guy with a Bama jersey on. He ain't playing, but he got all types of chains draped over him. Everybody dancing. All this. Let me tell you something. The Bama Standard is gone. I've argued with people plenty of times. Oh, man, it's a new day. The things have changed. But the Bama Standard should never change. We don't give a damn who you are. It should never change. And what happened is he let the Bama Standard go, and this is a result of it. Like, for instance, you got the thing with Malachi Moore, no discipline. Then you got the thing with Kendrick Law, no discipline. Guess what? Next week, it's going to be somebody else. Why? Because you didn't punish those players for doing what they did. And y'all already know none of that would go on if Coach Saban was there. Now, Coach Saban is gone, but why not? You can bring in whatever plays you want to bring in whatever system you got in. But at the end of the day, the first thing you want to do is keep that standard. And you didn't do it. And guess what everybody's complaining about? One word, the D, discipline. Discipline. No discipline.
15 penalties. 15 penalties, Steve. 15 penalties.
Discipline. No discipline.
And I believe we rank 139 out of 140 teams as far as penalties. We're averaging 8 per game. And this happened during Saban's era. I'm not going to sit here and act like it didn't. This isn't something new. Or I should say the later part of Coach Saban's era. It's gotten progressively worse. So that right there is telling me there's not buy-in from the players. They don't respect the coaches enough to play discipline, make the right decisions, especially in times like what you just spoke about, Kendrick Law, critical part of the game on the line, he goes and punch a player. Now, was he approached by a Tennessee player that led to that? Yes. But my gosh, dude, I get it. Emotions are running high, but the game is on the line. You got to ultimately do what's best for team, not me.
And everybody knows the refs always get the reactor, not the actor. If something happens like that, everybody knows in football. Reg, you know, Marvin know, if somebody pop you and you pop them back, they're going to get you. They're going to always get the person that reacts. Every freaking time.
Okay, so this to me is two things. This is twofold here. So here we go. Y'all remember under Saban and Reg, you know this as well. Saban did not announce, the team did not vote captains to the end of the year. When you were at that banquet at the Sheraton Hotel in Birmingham, the end of the year, Saban wanted to see who down for this team for real. Who are the leaders who for real? Who separates themselves with their play, with their performance for real? And most importantly, when these players speak, is shut up, homeboy talking. He don't want, shut up, give him that attention right there. So Saban knew at the end, I reward these captains because these are the guys that are proving it. DeBoer opened the season, preseason, naming captains. He didn't wait to the end to see who is really about leading this team. And he gets a bird's eye view for himself of, okay, who's really the head honchos of this team? He gave it out at the beginning. That was a flag to me. The second flag to me was this right here. When DeBoer came in, he gave too much in terms of the players. People look back at that morning practice and said that was DeBoer. No, that was a players thing. The players went to DeBoer. Can we have morning practice? The players went to DeBoer. Can we have this right here? The players went to DeBoer. Can we have that right there? They made their demands to him. And instead of saying, I'm going to run this team the way I need to run this team, I may take one or two of your ideas, but I'm going to run this the way I need to. He took every idea from the players. And because he took every idea, there's not that sense of that's our coach, like we got to respect this guy. There's no sense of really reverence, respect of Coach DeBoer. Like when Saban walked into a room, you were like, that's coach, like you got it right quick. I don't see when DeBoer walks into a room, that room getting right. I could be wrong, but I don't see it.
Pick it up.
Speaking of wrong, Justin, I see in the comments and everybody when I've watched a couple of episodes, oh man, y'all hating this and that, and y'all wrong and this and that. But guess what? Every week, Bama has proven us right on everything we said. Bama has proven us right.
You're right. And I don't understand why we can't just call what it is. Bad ball. Bad ball is bad ball. It don't mean we don't like Alabama. It doesn't mean we hate Alabama. It don't mean we hate these kids. We're just telling it like it is. It's bad ball. It's not working.
Yeah.
But
And
yet
just
we are being chastised, and people want to cancel us and saying that you're hurting the program. You're going to make these players leave. You're going to make recruits not want to come here. No. We can call it bad ball when it's bad ball.
Well, Justin, we're living in a day and time where if you give somebody constructive criticism, it's all of a sudden hating. They don't because they're quick to deflect and not look at themselves. Every one of those Bama players needs to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, I got this A on my chest. Do I really want to represent it?" You shouldn't even have to question yourself. You shouldn't, because when you get that A on your chest, it's all in from day one. That's just what it is. So, yeah, we gonna call it like we see it.
I haven't been this disappointed in the level of play at this institution in a very long time. What I have to sit and watch on Saturdays now it is painful to watch at times. The lack of discipline, the lack of intensity, the lack of wanting to actually. It don't even look like they want to even damn be out there, to be honest. It's like they just out there to be out there. It is sad. Like, it is a privilege and an honor to wear that damn jersey. You go out there, your ass better be on 100, ready to kill something. But we don't have that. And this has been so painful to watch for me. I get tired of turning off my damn phone after we lose. Stop!
Well, the thing is, though, Marvin, we're in a day and age, it's not so much about a script A. It's not so much about whatever Ohio State symbol is anymore. It's all about the business transaction. What can I get from you in terms of NIL? And then how can you get me to the NFL? I mean, listen, I get what you're saying, man. But unfortunately, these kids, their motivation is not the same as when Reggie played or you played. There are some out there who are playing for the A. They get it. And unfortunately, they're overlooked. And it's being overlooked because of all the negativity surrounding that. But we've said a lot. Reggie hasn't said much at all. So let's turn it over to him. Your thoughts? I mean, like I said, players aren't buying into coaches. Coaches don't trust players right now. There just isn't execution. The discipline, and in terms of penalties and how they're acting, it's continuing every week. What are your thoughts?
To me personally, I don't think it's the players don't trust the coaches and the coaches just don't trust the players. Nobody's just not getting the shit done. Because you can tell the kids like Kalen DeBoer. Like everybody, you could tell the kids love him. But they just not getting the shit done. The kids are not producing like they should. Looks like the coaches are not coaching like they should. Like, I wouldn't say it's that. Like, you just not getting the shit done. Like, all I heard when I was playing for Coach Saban, do your job. Do your fucking job. If it's your job to be in that gap, be in that gap. If it's your job to get 10 to 12 on your route, get 10 to 12. Don't get 9 because you're throwing off my time and I'm a quarterback. Like, you have to do your damn job. And then I want to say, like the practice in the morning, he been doing that. He was doing that shit at Washington. So, like, that is his schedule. I would say that. And like, far as the captain stuff, I would prefer to keep it like how it was, like you said, with Coach Saban. But if you're trying to give like a pro atmosphere, that's what the pros do. They put that C on their jersey. That's what they do. But end of the day, man, do your damn job. Coaches, players, if we got to lock in a little bit longer to get our damn job done, do 30 minutes longer. Because one thing about it, Kirby Smart, he was going to go over time. 20 to 30 minutes. He was, oh, yeah. If we supposed to be done at 9, we done at 9:15, 9:30. If you got to do a little bit longer to get it done, do it. Because I came to school to play football and go to class. Everything else is extra. So if you waiting on your little girlfriend, you got to get to her. She'll be all right. If you got to go home and go to sleep, they'll be all right. But your job right now as a 17-year-old, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 now, you be old as hell in college.
26.
Exactly, 27 too. If you in college, your job, especially if you're on scholarship to play a sport, that's your focus. That's your grind. And like far as penalties, like all that can be fixed. It ain't about being disciplined. It is about being disciplined, of course, but if you're not working on the fundamentals of the game, that's where the penalties come from. Not sliding your feet, moving your feet, looking at the right stuff as a defender. Like getting your hands outside as an O-lineman. Get them shits inside. Like you got to work on the little things. Like that's why I love what Coach Saban used to say: see a little, see a lot, see nothing. Zero in on the little stuff instead of just looking at the big stuff. You're gonna miss everything if you try to look at the whole picture. That's why when you look at film, understand that offensive lineman's feet. See if his hands are light. See if that damn tight end who is in the yak motion looking, and see if his eyes gonna go back. See if he's moving his head. See if his feet turn. Like it's the little things of the game. And right now we're not doing the little things. We have to get back to the little things about the game. And me personally, I think the standard is still there. We just not winning right now.
Well,
like we got a little hiccup.
Reggie, let me ask you a question. I've seen a lot of great coaches in my day. I'm
too.
hearing all about these demands and all this other. I've never seen a great coach that wasn't a damn dictator. It was his way or the damn highway. You can't be here negotiating with players. That don't work. Do
your job. But Pete Carroll was a coach's coach. This is a player's coach. Andy Reid's a player's coach.
Where they coach at though?
Man, I'm trying to make it sound good.
Where they coach at though? There's a difference between NFL and college.
But
two different worlds.
Well, what are they doing
as
that
young
maybe
men, we need discipline.
What are they doing, or what did they do that made the players fall in where they were at and how are we missing it here?
End of the day, you got to do your job. That's all I can say. Like,
hey Reggie, the look on your face, you look like you really want to say some real stuff, but you just kind of holding back. But it's you know, I put it to you like this. Imagine if we put yourself in the locker room.
I'm holding back like I want and not saying what I want to is because I get it, we 7 games in, but it's still early. How many games Coach Saban lost his first year?
6,
but
he ain't had the players, but he didn't have the players we got
and
now.
How many games did Bear Bryant lose his first year?
I'm too young to know.
All right, that's fine.
58, about 4, 5, and 19 about 4.
But this is my thing. Like, these fans want to crucify all these kids and this coach, and everybody is still fucking brand new. Excuse my language. It's still brand new. And everybody's still trying to find their place. From the people that supporting staff, everybody's still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Everything is new. When Coach Saban got there, everything was uncertain. Yes, we lost 6 games. Cool. But what happened the next year? SEC championship?
Yep. Got to the chip. Yeah.
Lost, even though we lost to Florida.
Right.
But they year 3 kicked Florida ass, right? Then who asked did we win and kick Texas ass? Like, everybody want to be so hard on all the pieces. But none of these people can do what these people are doing in this high intensity atmosphere. Like, everybody can say we should be doing this. I can say we should be doing that. I'm not down there all the time. I can say it from looking from afar. We can say it should be this, it should be that, it should be this.
Okay, Reggie, I confess, we're spoiled. We're spoiled.
It's
Damn
hell.
it, we're spoiled.
We're spoiled as
We're
hell.
spoiled.
And I'll be the
spoiled.
first person to say that because I'm spoiled. I was a part of it. I won the shit. I deal with everything. I understand everybody's frustration, but I'm also a realist too, though. Like, don't crucify the man off a couple games. Yeah, that Vandy loss was bad. Tennessee, we should have kicked their ass. Cool. But we all have that one loss or two loss that has to reel us back in. This might be good for us to get everybody to come the fuck back in.
Reggie,
You're right about being you're right about being spoiled, but you're not gonna get us on being realistic. Bama fans
Bama fans are not realistic. I said I'm realistic. I understand.
No, I'm saying I know you're realistic, and a couple of
I
them, but Bama fans are not realistic.
Right, and I understand how it should be. I understand. Man, look here. My last year, Bama, shit, we had the most 3-and-outs in the country. Like, we was the number one defense in the country. I understand. I understand how it's supposed to be. I've seen it. I've done it.
So, Reg, it's great that you said getting back to middle things because players today spoke on that. Whether it was tight ends, defensive players that they all spoke on, we got to get the middle stuff, whether it's shirts tucked in, whether it's everybody going after one thing, like one common goal.
Get rid of these damn mouthpieces, man. Just where the old school ones used to put in the hot water and boil it, and then you molded it to your damn mouth, and you went out there and played. Get away from these cute ass mouthpieces and these, man. Look here,
looking like
play the
pacifiers.
damn game. I understand you want to be swaggy,
yeah,
but fuck that swag don't get you paid.
I remember when I was in the league, my mama pulled my mouth.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time, what you just said.
Come on, getting back to the old school. You take the mouthpiece, put it in the boiling water, and you molded it to your damn mouth yourself. Get back to that. Now all of a sudden you want to bring in people that put molded. No, get back to that and let's go play ball.
I remember one time my mama boiled my mouthpiece too much and it burned me and my silver caps came off. That was a little league.
Tragic. All right, let's move on. But before we move on to our next topic, Don Parker has got a super chat for us, $5. Remember, I brought up the thing about the pass rush weeks ago, but got chastised. Thank you, Reggie Marvin, for telling the truth. And Don Parker again, $5. Was Mike McCoy telling lies? Coaches need to instill discipline and accountability. We ain't seen that at all. DeBoer has yet to take ownership. Okay. Got Jarvis S, $5. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Players shouldn't be taking pictures on the sidelines during games as well. I think, Steve, you echoed that. Lisa Rawls, $5. Took Kirby 6 years to win a natty at Georgia. Saban won one natty in the last 6 years. If DeBoer wins one natty in his first 6 years at Bama, equals same pace Saban left on and Kirby started.
Saban won it in the first 3.
He did. All right, so going to touch on something that's a little touchy. And I'm not saying this is going on, but there is speculation right now that the locker room perhaps is divided. If in fact, I'm just saying if, I'm not saying this is gospel, not saying this is truth. You as former players on this panel, if you're seeing that, especially if you've seen it from the captains or the appointed leaders, how do you correct it? We even have some players who are retweeting or sharing criticisms of their teammates. So things aren't exactly on the up and up.
That shit lame.
So let's talk about that. If there is indeed some kind of division somewhere, which would kind of explain maybe the way of why we're seeing lack of execution or things not kind of going the way we expect. What do you do to correct that and get that toxicity out ASAP? Start us out, Marvin.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. First of all, it's lame as hell to retweet anything about your teammate. If you got a problem with that, man, say it to him.
Right.
Go to him. That's what we used to do.
Boom.
Like if anybody had a problem with me, they would come to me. They wouldn't tweet about me. They wouldn't retweet no shit about me. They wouldn't do none of that lame ass shit. That shit is lame as hell to me. And like, and I'm gonna say this too. I know it's off topic. Give me Malachi Moore any day of the week, every day. I want a cat like that on my team. That shows that he cares. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he kicked the ball at the end of the game. Everybody talking about he should have been suspended. No, that's frustration. That's a good kid, man. If you never sat down and talked to him, don't say shit about Malachi Moore. That's a good kid, man. He just want a ball. He want to work hard. Yeah, like I said, if you never sat down and talked to him, don't say nothing about him or to him, about him and his character. Because he's a good kid. He's just fiery. He loves the fucking game. I wish everybody was like that. I wish everybody would have kicked the damn football after the game. But like I said, go back. If you got a problem with your teammate, bro, go to him. Talk to him. See what's going on with his mind. Like, and if the leaders are bickering amongst each other, a leader should never criticize another leader in front of the whole team. Like, you pull him to the side. If you didn't like what he said about another player, you pull him to the side. Hey, man, I don't like that. We should be better than that. We run the team, X, Y, and Z. Because if two leaders are bickering in the locker room in front of everybody, that gives the guy who's at the lowest of the totem pole to say something back to a guy who done it and been there and put himself in position to be a leader. Like, that's not good as a team. So the one thing about it, if I had a problem, I would never just say that out loud. I'll pull a dude to the side. Hey, man, we can't be doing that, dog. Come on. If X, Y, Z see you doing that now, they feel like they could. No, it don't work like that. We have to be better. Like, we have to talk amongst me. I'm not saying I'm not down there, so I don't really know what's going on. But I'm just speaking from how when the guys I was around and what happened. We never tweet about each other. None of that. Like, man, but these are man, we got a good ass team. We just gotta reel this shit back in and just play ball, dog. That's all.
Can I? Hey, so let me. Here's my speculation. As far as the offensive side of the ball, I just don't think that the offensive side of the ball, they don't believe in the play calling. I just don't. I mean, you got a quarterback, you doing all these.
We can't say that after one game, though, dog. Because the whole year.
Hold on. Let me finish. But the thing is, you own the 2-yard line, and you wanna throw a pass and all this other stuff. Like, dude, you got two of the best 3 running backs in the country. And then when we started running the ball, they showed us that we could run the ball on arguably the best defensive line in college football. We ran the ball.
Right.
Then guess what we did? Went away from it. There's no way you should have your quarterback taking all this punishment, running the ball and doing all this stuff. Then they saying put Ty Simpson in, this and that. Ty would not be able to take that pounding that Milroe is taking based on those play calls. They have to have a totally different package for that young man. Not saying Ty's not a good athlete, but Milroe's been taking a lot of pounding and throwing the ball way too much for you to have those dynamic backs that he has. So you got to blame a lot of that on the offensive coordinator as well. So I can understand the frustration.
I hear what you're saying, but Marvin, let's get back to kind of the original question. You know, you being a leader in the locker room, I remember what you did back in the day. You've seen division in locker room. You've lived through it. I think we've talked about it, and we're going to touch a little bit on it later. But how do you correct it? What would you have done if you're in that room and you're seeing that, if it's indeed happening?
Well, I mean, we did have some of that when I played, but the thing about it, I led by example, not only with my play, but how I interacted with guys. And, you know, to this day, guys still talk to me on a regular basis because of the way I led that unit. And I would tell them all the time, whether you beefing with your homeboy over here, your former homeboy behind a girl, you mad about reps, I would always tell them straight to their face, I don't give a damn about your beef. It ain't going to affect my defense. When we go on this damn field, you going to do your job or you going to deal with me. So, again, but you got to have that one person who's going to step up and take that role to be that guy to make sure that everybody else is accountable. Hell, and I wasn't even a captain, but they knew. Listen to that dude right there. And the captains would sit right there and wouldn't say a word because I told them off the rip, listen, whatever y'all got going on off this field ain't got nothing to do with us. When you cross these lines, do your damn job. I don't care what your beef is. Leave it off my damn field.
Absolutely. Now, Stephen M., you mentioned a little bit of the possibility that's going on this past Sunday. Since then, what steps have you seen maybe the players or coaches take to kind of squash this a little bit, or maybe cause it to subside and start going in the right direction?
Well, Coach DeBoer spoke Monday, and for the first time, you didn't hear a lot of this nice conversation. DeBoer said, look, there's no excuses. Like, when we came here, we knew it was the SEC. We knew it was going to be tough. We knew we were getting ourselves into. We knew this. We can't make any excuses. So DeBoer taking that ownership upon himself. And then getting a chance to hear the players today. Like I said, CJ Dupree, tight end. We got to do the little things right. Like, we didn't got 2 losses. The sense of urgency should have been kicked in, but now it's an even more because we know another loss. Be out of here. So Dupree talking that way. You got Jamarian Latham saying, we've had some moments where we look good, but we got to be more consistent with it. Like, all we got to do is do our job, be more consistent with this. And you've got Jamarian Latham, who's not a captain, but he's been here 5 years. You have a CJ Dupree, not a captain, but it's his second year here as a tight end. You've got Brayson Hubbard talking, not a captain, but it's his second year. So you've got players that have the understanding of this is not Alabama football, what we're playing right now. It's just now, how do you show on the field that you fixed it? That's the main thing. Talking it is cool, but now it's how does this translate to I'm on this field, I'm fixing it, and it's being noticed that's been fixed. And we won't see that until those pads get strapped up and you play Missouri this weekend.
And Missouri's no slouch either.
No, they don't. They are not. They are fighters. They get hit in the mouth and they keep getting up off the mat. No question about that. Now,
I mean, we used to put motherfuckers on the damn mat and they didn't get up.
Exactly.
Now it's time to move to something that has been the talk of the entire country, or at least Alabama nation. It's no question that Jalen Milroe played probably one of the worst games of his Alabama career. He's been heavily criticized his entire time at the University of Alabama, but a lot of us have had hope as time went on. We had hope that with the new coaching staff who could really speak to him and work with him and help him with his progressions and his footwork and whatnot, that he would be able to improve as a passer. He was magnificent against Georgia, but something happened to where now each game since the Georgia game, there's been a rapid regression. He's going back to old bad habits. He gets rattled easily. When things get a little dicey, he tends to check out mentally. He's not making the throws. Matter of fact, let's just call it what it is. The passes aren't getting there. Receivers are open. He's not looking at them. He has open running lanes to where he get 10, 15, maybe more yards. He's not taking them. So fans are upset. They don't like what they're seeing. So let's talk about it. What is the solution? Is Jalen struggles holding the team back? What do we do? How do we get Jalen back to a place where he's comfortable? One thing is you don't need to be throwing the ball 30, 40 times because that's not his game. That's just not it. If I'm a coach, I'm looking at what he's able to do best, and I see that, hey, man, you're struggling. You're shaking. Come over here. Let's talk through it. Let's work through it. Let's figure out how we can calm you down. And let's call the plays that's going to get you to that level. And when things start to come down and you're in a rhythm, you're clicking, then start to open things up a little bit. So let's talk about it now. What's going on? How do we fix it? Where we go from here? Stephen, you're the first person with your hand up this talk. Then go to Steve Brown, down to Marvin and Reggie.
Go, Steve. Let go. Do your thing, my boy.
All right, I'm going to say this. Number one, Nick Sheridan, get your butt on the field. Nick Sheridan, get on the field. I go back to 2014 when Blake Sims had some issues. What did Lane Kiffin say? Look at me. I got you. Look at me. Lane Kiffin would bring Blake over. I see what you see. Let's address this. How can I assist you? Lane was on that field with Blake. And that did a lot for Blake. Lane was on that field with Jacob Coker, and that did a lot for Coker. When you look at Nick Sheridan, when you see a quarterback, your quarterback not at his best, get out the booth, get on the field. You can see what he sees at eye level. Bring him over to you. I see you struggle. Talk to me. We face it. Talk to me. Let me help you out here. Let me assist you with this right here. Sheridan needs to have himself on that field.
Steve Brown, you had your hand up next.
Yeah,
what are you seeing, man? How do we get
is,
Jalen Milroe in rhythm and keep him in rhythm?
Well, first of all, run the damn ball. You can't, and I mean, run the ball with arguably two of the best backs in the league. Jalen Milroe has more carries than both of them. Has more yards than both of them. That's a shame. Number two, who's to say that this kid is not playing hurt? They are overutilizing him, and the play calling has been horrendous. Now, Jalen has a part in it too. I think he's lost confidence. But what I'm not gonna do is let this be let's dog Jalen Milroe like all the other unloyal Bama fans. When we're not winning, they want to point the finger at Jalen Milroe, even if Jalen has nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Then they're saying bring Ty in. If Ty was that guy, he would have been there. By the way, let's look at next year. You got a guy that's coming in right now from high school that's possibly better than Ty and Milroe passing the ball and the athleticism as well. So the thing is, we got to look at what we got right now. And the thing is, y'all, the Bama fans have forgotten so quick that Jalen Milroe has bailed us out of a lot of games with his athleticism and with his passing. So the thing is, I think that I agree with Steven. I think that the offensive coordinator needs to bring his butt on the field to calm things down. And for God's sakes, run the damn ball. Or better yet, just let DeBoer call the plays. If you're such an offensive guru, you see that what's going on. You see that your offensive coordinator calls are not being effectively called. You do it. But you're not. But what we're not going to do is put all these losses on Jalen Milroe. Yes, he has a part, but at the same time, you got to look at the coaching and discipline and all that other stuff. So I'm not going to let nobody sit there and blame all this on Jalen Milroe, like the fans always do when something goes wrong with Bama. So that's my take on it.
Marvin, let's talk about that. If you would respond, and then I got another question to ask you, especially regarding this whole "we want Ty Simpson" situation.
I think it's an epic fail all the way around. I'm gonna blame Jalen. I'm gonna blame Sheridan, and I'm gonna blame DeBoer. I'm gonna blame all three.
Exactly.
Because here's the thing about it. If you see that your quarterback is struggling, and I've always said he struggled with that intermediate pass game, that 15 to 20 yard ball. Same as when he threw the interception in the end zone. He's always struggled with those. If you see this kid is struggling, why do you continue to make him throw the ball? And then the fact that he continues to try to throw it to Ryan Williams.
20 passes.
Bracketed Ryan Williams to death.
Yep.
So, again, as a smart coach, I'm going to say, okay, I see what's going on. So let me start running the ball. Let me start running screen passes. Let me start doing things to make them bring a safety down in the box so that if I do choose to throw the ball on some type of RPO, I potentially can take the top off the defense with a Ryan Williams or Jeremy Bernard. But if you're not setting it up right, it's not going to matter. If you just go out there slinging the damn ball 40 times, of course they're going to sit back. DB's not coming down for this because they know what you're doing. And why the hell did our running back? We had 86 yards rushing total for the game.
Exactly.
86. And that includes Milroe's rushing yards. So why do you brag about having this phenomenal running back room, but then you don't even damn use them? So that's why I'm going to say it's an epic fail all the way around. But you can't, if you can't establish the run, you can't pass the ball. Because if you can't run,
round peg, square hole.
Listen, here's the thing. If I know you can't run the ball, I'm only going to keep 6 or 7 people in the box. I'm going to keep 5 DBs on the field because I know all you're trying to do is pass the ball, and I'm going to bracket Ryan Williams. So that's 2 of my DBs gone. So I still got 3 left to cover the other 3 geniuses you're trying to send out. Listen, it's simple. There's nothing complicated about it.
Also, Marvin, I'm going to say this, and this is a bold prediction. Y'all, people might not like me saying it, but I'm going to say it, and I don't care if you get mad or not. If y'all keep overutilizing Ryan Williams, you're gonna get that kid hurt. That's just what it is. You're gonna get him hurt. I'm telling you, man, that kid is taking too much punishment, and they are doing all this unnecessary stuff to this kid. Like, take him out the
coming
game.
into the season when Bernard supposed to be the main guy.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Get
he's
him long.
playing. Get
Him and
the
Kano.
ball, man. He can fucking play.
Yep.
He can play. Get him the ball. Take the pressure off Ryan Williams. Get the ball to our tight ends because we got some good tight ends too.
Great.
Let's get the ball to them.
Get the ball to Emmanuel Henderson.
Space.
Well, guys, we also have a 6'5", 230-pound freshman wide receiver too. You tell me that he is a matchup nightmare. Why is the ball not going to him? Now he has been open and hadn't been seen. So again, we have a guy, another weapon. He might be green, but I will take a 6'5", 230-pound wide receiver any day over any man.
When they're trying to get in that red area, come on now.
But you have to set the plays up, though.
But can I say this, though?
Not setting them up.
But can I say this, though? Is he getting the time to throw the ball?
Thank you. But everybody want to blame him.
Now, time out.
No, answer the damn question.
Time out. I'm gonna answer your question, Reggie. You are correct. He's not. But as a smart offensive coordinator, if I know my quarterback is not getting any time, what am I going to do? I'm going to call plays to make the D-line slow down. I'm going to start throwing screen passes. I'm going to start running draws. I'm going to start doing crap to get them off their game. Why are we not doing stuff to get the opponent off their game so that we can then exploit our damn weapons?
I agree with you. I have a question.
Why are they dropping him back and you dropping him back and they know that the offensive line is struggling? Why are they dropping him back? 5 step, 3 step. Why are they dropping him back when they know the offensive line is struggling?
Let me get this question real quick, guys. We are a show about the audience. This is from Sharita Johnson. Marvin, there were open wide receivers and open running lanes all night. What else do you want from a play call?
Yes, there were open receivers, and I've said it. He struggles with the intermediate 15 to 20-yard passes, and we saw that on Saturday. We saw it time and time again. Now, as far as open run lanes, I can't make the kid run. But here's the thing about it, though. If we're depending upon our quarterback to run, that's a problem. When we have the running back room that we have.
Thank you.
Why are we not utilizing those guys?
If there's open lanes, that means them guys are getting pressure through our front line.
But nobody wants to see that. But I'm telling you, and what I'm trying to tell people is this. They don't want to believe it. If you put Ty back there, they are going to murder his ass.
We're going to get to Ty, but I want to ask something real quick. And Steve, we talked about before the show started. If Milroe is hurt and you're saying the running backs need to get involved, let's talk about the opportunities for that in the RPO system. If you look back at film, all the times that Justice Haynes was involved in an RPO situation, the ball was pulled from him all those times. And Jam hadn't been getting a lot of those either. So if Milroe has the opportunity to give that ball to those backs, why is Milroe not taking that opportunity, especially if he's hurt? I'm just asking a question.
Know what coach is telling him to do.
Right.
Like everybody say Milroe should do this and Milroe should do that. That's just like, so we don't know if the coach is telling him to pull or not. That could just be based off scheme.
I can tell you this. He's the fall guy. I can tell you that.
The quarterback is always going to be the fall guy, man. They always going to make the quarterback the fall guy. Because I get it. He has the ball in his hand. He's the leader. But also, like y'all said, if he's not playing as well, let's get back to the little stuff. Let's get back to 21 and 22 personnel, and let's run the ball. Let's get these big guys lathered up, and let's get them their confidence back.
Yeah.
And you know the thing about it, though, Reggie, a lot of people, they're saying, he's pulling the ball, he's not doing this, he's changing plays and all. I get all that. Listen, man, I used to change the plays all the time.
You did.
I all the time. But I did it for the betterment of my team. I wasn't going to call a defense that would just make me look all world. Now, I'm going to call something that I know that's going to get us off this field, depending upon the situation we're in. So I don't know if that's the case of what's going on here. But if he has the freedom to make these calls and adjustments, then somebody gave him that permission to do it.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. That's why I asked the question. I really want to get a good understanding. You guys played the game. You see more than I do. And this is a real question that fans are asking. So I want you guys to clear it up because you put that seal of approval on it. All right.
He's damn sure taking the fall for all that, though.
Here's the main thing, and this not only goes to Coach Sheridan, but this also goes to Coach Chris Kaplovich, the O-line coach. If you know that Elijah Pritchett is struggling at right tackle and guys are getting by him, you have Robbie Oots, the best block on your team. Have him help Pritchett to keep pressure off Milroe. If you know Caden Proctor's getting worked by some of the best defensive ends in the country, and Caden Proctor's footwork might be a bit slow on a play or two.
That's fundamentals.
Right. Have Robbie Oots, have a running back, have somebody help on his side. That's another thing.
They setting that man up for failure. You can't tell me they're not. They setting that man up for failure with the play calling, with the schemes, and all that. And then, but it looks like it's all him. Yes, he's missed throws, but the man is right up because he's always running for his life. And again, I like. Hold on. I like Ty Simpson. I do, but he is. If you ask him to run them same plays they're asking Jalen Milroe to run, would he succeed? Y'all answer that. I want to hear that.
The thing about it, though, Steve, they're missing an opportunity here. Great opportunity. Like Steve was saying earlier, using Robbie Oots to chip and do these other things. Do you understand what that opens up after you've been chipping 4-5 times? Now you can run a slip screen or some more stuff. It opens up so many other plays. I could call better plays than in my sleep.
I have yet to see anybody cover Jan Miller on that wheel route. Just saying.
Exactly.
All right, you brought up Ty Simpson. Marvin, I'm going to start with you. I told you I had another question because you've experienced this. Everybody's calling for Ty Simpson. Let's talk about the ripple effect of starting Ty Simpson. This doesn't just go to what we see on the field. He may succeed, he may not succeed. We don't know. But let's also talk about what it can do in the locker room. You've seen the team divided.
I've been in a situation like this before. And as a coach, you got to know and you got to be ready for whatever happens if you do this. And you understand, there's only two outcomes here. If Ty Simpson goes out there and he plays lights out, everybody can look at it like you're a genius. You did the greatest thing ever. Now he goes out there and he stinks up the joint. That's when you lose the team. Because everybody who you had riding for you still, despite the obstacles, are going to say, damn, this is what you do to us now. This is where at that point, if it goes bad, that's when you lose your team. And there ain't much coming back from that.
Go ahead, Steve, and then we'll go down to Reggie and then Steve down because this is something real, guys. We need to understand this a lot more than just trotting somebody out there. You got to look at the long-term storytelling here, what it could possibly do for the team. Like Marvin said, it could look like a genius if everything goes immaculate. But if things go south, it could be an even bigger problem.
I have more than enough confidence that Ty Simpson can throw that ball. He can get it there. I know that. But does he have the mobility? Does he have the strength to take all the pounding and all this? You saw it at the Central Florida game. But from what I'm trying to say is he would not last based on doing the same plays that Milroe called, or that was called for Milroe. He wouldn't last. He would get sacked every time. You saw it in the Central Florida game. He's just not that guy when it comes to that pass. If he had a great offensive line, I'm more than confident. But then again, I still don't see any quarterback throwing the ball 45 times in a game. I just don't see it. I mean, when you got those running backs, you asking your quarterback to do too much, especially with all of this talent you got around you. So as far as the locker room, I'm kind of with Marvin. I don't agree with Marvin at all, but today I'm agreeing with Marvin. Yes, you're gonna definitely divide the locker room.
Reggie?
I just don't see how you can just go against a kid, man. He pours his all into it. Not saying everybody else don't, but this kid that kept us in ball games time after time after time. Yeah, throws aren't perfect, but the kid keeps us in the ball games. And the kid finally just had that one game where everybody was just like, and now you want to crucify him for having that one game.
Bama fans.
Like, we all done had that one game. I've had that game. Pretty sure Marvin, you've had that game. Like, people who played the game and had that game. And just because times aren't what they used to be, it's something different. We're in unfamiliar territory. And the kid had one bad game, and all of a sudden y'all want to just kill him. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, the kid busted his ass on and off the field for that community, this program and all, and you just trying to kill him. If I'm Coach DeBoer, I'm not taking him out. I'm putting him back in. And if he's hurt, it's a difference between being hurt and injured, being a football player. If your ass is out there, you gotta fucking produce. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yep.
But see what he does this week. And if he does the same shit, get him out of there.
Exactly.
But based on one game like that, and he didn't keep us in all these games, he gave us the opportunity to still try to win against Vandy, even though we was getting our ass kicked on defense. Him in that offense still gave us the opportunity. But one game, you kill a kid like that, man. And everybody on Twitter talking about, you saw what he did. That's fucking last year. What about this year? The kid has improved.
He took him to the semifinals last year.
Exactly.
Now, another thing is our fans. Oh, when he's doing well, he's the best quarterback. Oh, he's going to win the Heisman, this and that. As soon as he have a couple of bad games, oh, he's not a quarterback. He's just a running back.
Exactly. And I hate that. He's the number 2 prospect going into the NFL draft this year. Make it make sense. The kid is balling. Had one bad game. I ain't hear the Georgia fans talking about Carson Beck like that.
Not at all.
But soon as something go wrong with us and Bama, anything, we just want to crucify a kid.
It all goes back, guys, to one piece. That offensive coordinator, Nick Sheridan, or if DeBoer has to do this. Because remember, the reasons why we've seen the quarterbacks down through these years have success. A.J. McCarron had McElwain. McElwain had A.J.'s back through it all, had A.J.'s back. And if A.J. was struggling, McElwain knew, Tien ain't playing right. Let me fix something up here to get Tien to play right.
Man, get him in that play action.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Rich, that's what I'm saying. Like, McElwain did that for A.J. Lane Kiffin for Blake Sims. Steve Sarkisian with Tua and Mac. They knew, if my guy is struggling, I can't let my guy just struggle. I got to help my guy out. That's Nick Sheridan. And Jalen Milroe has said it himself. Sheridan loves me. Sheridan appreciates me. Sheridan gives me confidence. Well, if Jalen Milroe is saying this about you, Sheridan, give your man that same confidence. Help your quarterback.
At the end of the day, I'm going to say this, and I know Marvin's going to agree with me. At the end of the day, Sheridan's not playing the fucking game.
He's not. You're right.
And at the end of the day, just like I would tell Jalen, take a fucking deep breath and calm your ass down and go play this game. If I'm his teammate, I'm going to go to him and tell him that. If I'm not playing good, you think Ashawn Robinson and Jaron Reed and all them boys want to come to me and say, hey, man, hey, you doing 19? Come on.
But you know what
they don't talk to you. I don't know. I'm not down there. I don't know. But that's how you got to talk to a guy when he's doing it. Hey, come here, let me holler at you, man. Come on. I understand what you did, X, Y, and Z. But going forward, let's go. I'm going to get you the damn ball back. I'm telling Coca this.
But
hey, there, Coach, I'm getting you this ball back. But y'all calm down and do your thing. Let's go.
But you
got to talk to your team.
But you know what you got to do to get to that point, though? You got to have a greater refusal to lose than desire to win.
Reggie, you talked about an important piece, and one of the things that's really missing, it's been missing the past few years, that sideline's dead. Why are they not correcting each other when they're seeing those things, like you just said, holding each other accountable, saying, hey, man, what are you seeing? What's going on in your head? Why did this happen? Why is that happening? Well, why is that not going on? You see players as soon as they come off the field, they're kind of going off, isolating themselves, being kind of dejected. They're not talking to each other. It's like we're at a wake for a funeral. Why aren't we seeing that? That's a big piece. That's part of team.
But and I know Marvin can attest to this too. Like, it's like playing chess. Like, we playing and I see a certain formation, I might slant the front, but then the next time I might tell him, hey, I might tell that 3-tech, just get vertical, don't slant. I'm gonna take your gap. Like, I'm trying to play chess. I'm trying to, like, guys I don't know, I'm not on the sideline, so I can't tell you if they talk like that or not. But I only can tell you what I've done and what me and my teammates have done. They'll tell me, say, hey, Reg, I know we might be playing mix right now, but let's go to mod when they got split out. So you ain't gotta carry or do X, Y, and Z. So boom. Like, we talking like that, then we'll tell coach, hey coach, this is what we see, so this is what we're gonna do. And then coach will be like, okay, cool, let's try it out. If it don't work, let's go back to it. Okay, cool, bet. Then boom, that first series of the game, they do something different. We might be in skinny in cover 6, but the coach will go like, oh no, let's go to skate. We go skate this thing. Let's go. Like, I don't know if they talking like that, but I know that's how we was talking.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what coaches say.
In other words,
it's
like Marvin homeboy, I see something.
3-tech to the tight end, set that mama away from him or set it away from the back. When they get deep, however it's what it is, I can only go off what I know and what I've done.
Marvin, what was his name?
Kenny Smith. Man, I seen something. I said, but I'm gonna need you to keep me in the loop when you see something, because I gotta know what I gotta correct for you out here doing what you feel need to go do. So I can adjust everybody else.
Hey, Marvin, how many times was Kenny in that wide 9, Marvin?
Man, all the damn time. It never failed. I'm like, come on,
all right, man. We got to bring him on. We got to talk this out, because this is still weighing heavy on your heart. Tell you what, something that's weighing on my heart. I got a heart of joy right now, and that's for the people who are giving super chats. Jeff Merriman, $4.99. Being a former college athlete years ago, this is what the number one issue that bothers me: the lack of discipline, all the penalties, bad attitudes, and softness. And then we got Don Parker. I'm not blaming Milroe. This all falls under a coaching staff that needs to understand this is Bama. No, not mamby-pamby land. Well,
that's a new one, mamby-pamby.
Mamby-pamby. That's new. Jeff Merriman, $9.99. Jalen Hurts is one of my all-time favorite players due to his great attitude when he was benched in the Natty for Tua. I really do not remember everyone upset. Hurts was benched, not a Milroe hater. All right. Thank y'all so much for giving to us. We greatly appreciate you. Listen, we've said a lot. We focused on the now. Let's talk about what's coming. We still got a game to play. This game, we can look at it as an elimination game. Stephen Smith, you said it already. We have to win. Every game from this point forward is a must-win situation. Alabama versus Missouri.
And not just must win convincingly. Because you got to convince this committee Bama's still one of the top 12 teams in this playoff situation. You got to win convincingly to host a playoff game, because you're out of the whole first 4 seed bye. Now you're looking at, I'm trying to get between seeds 5 and 8 to host a home playoff game. So you got to win convincingly to host that.
Damn, hosting, just get in.
Just get in.
Just get in.
Reg, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I'm just saying, I would like to be at the first playoff game on Saban Field. That's all I'm saying.
That would be nice.
Yeah, but guys, I looked it up. Mamby-pamby means Washington. It means Washington. It's in Washington. That's what it means. Yeah,
it does. It does.
We can go back to it now.
We've already talked about it. Missouri, they don't quit. They don't give up. They showed me a lot last week. They were trailing majority of the game against Auburn, and that was due to having their guy, Brady Cook, out. This is the guy who literally came back from the hospital and said, look, we ain't going down like this. Goes back in there, finishes the game, and wins the game for them. Grit is not the strong enough word to characterize what he did. Now they also got some serious wide receivers. Theo Weiss, you got some guys that can really get some separation. Let's talk about this, guys.
You know who we got in our back end? We got some dogs who can handle all that. But I just need them to go out there and do their damn job, have each other's back. If you're supposed to be in that deep third, get your ass in that deep third. You're supposed to be in that curl, get in that damn curl. I don't give a damn who they got. You feel what I'm saying? Like when I was coming through LSU, had Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham.
Hey, Reg, I'm gonna tell you, man. One day, we was playing a team one day, right? Salim Rashid. Salim played weak side linebacker.
Man, Salim from my neck of the woods.
Hold on. So Salim kept missing the damn B gap, and you know he was Muslim. Our defensive coordinator, Ellis Johnson. Listen,
get off my dog, man.
Listen, we over there on the sideline. Ellis had finally had enough of it. He said, "God damn it, Mohammed, get your ass in the B gap."
Call him Mohammed.
Y'all so
Put
funny.
the bean pies down. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Y'all so funny, man.
Take that damn bow tie off. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, look now. He turned up on Ramadan, though. He was ready.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right, Reggie. It don't matter if they got Theo Weiss. Doesn't matter if they have Luther Burden III, who's arguably one of the best receivers in the country right now. It comes down to Bama's got to do their job. How bad do they want it this weekend? How hungry are they, knowing that literally everything is riding on this? So how do we get this done Saturday? How do we flip it? And how do we show that we're not going anywhere?
Hey, we don't get it done. They get it done. What they gonna do? It ain't no we. I'm with y'all, of course, but they got to be the ones to go out there, strike, get off the damn blocks, and play. I'm putting it on the defense. I'm a defensive guy. I need the defense to come on with it. Come on, D. I know what y'all capable of, and let's get this pressure. Because they finna sling this damn football.
Marvin, talk to me. What you seeing? How do you shut this down? How do you get them back on track?
I mean, it starts with readjusting who we are defensively. We got to find who our identity is. And clearly this 4-2-5 is not working. It ain't working. So, you know, Reggie said it earlier, you know, maybe we need to go to a 4-3, you know, and it's never too late to switch up because, again, football is football. They've been doing it their whole entire lives anyway. So you ought to be just as comfortable running a 4-2 as you are running a 4-3, 5-3, whatever defense you run. It's all football. So, and it goes back to what I said earlier. Your refusal to lose has to be greater than your will to win. That's how you get it back on track.
Love it. Steve Brown, talk to me, man.
I just need the team that beat Georgia to show up for 4 quarters. If we can do that, we not only are we going to the playoffs, we're gonna get pretty far in the playoffs. So again, I just hope that this has really caused a sense of urgency that like no other. So I'm really praying for our guys, and they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it do what it do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Stephen, you're the last voice that we get to hear on this subject. You're there. You're on the front lines. You're the eyes on the field, boots to the ground. What are you seeing from practice? What are you being taught about? What's being talked about to you from the players about how they're approaching Missouri? And who do you see maybe taking center stage this week that kind of shines and puts Alabama on their shoulders?
I think defensively, I see two. Defensively, too. I think Brayson Hubbard going to show some folks something. I think Bray's going to show some folks something in that secondary. And I think on this defensive front, I think Justin Jefferson going to light some folks up. Justin Jefferson and Bray Hubbard are going to light some folks up. Now, I agree with Marvin and Reg. I think you need to go to a 4-3. You're basically already in it. You got your 4 down. When you look at Overton, Keenan, Tim Smith, Q-Rob, have your 3 linebackers be Campbell, Jefferson, and Quay, and then you got your secondary set up as it already is. So you already got kind of a 4-3 look as it is, just kind of refined it. Don't make it a 4-2-5, make it a 4-4-3. And then offensively, Nick Sheridan, if you can hear me, get on the field.
Yeah.
Get on the field, man. This what's up. Get on the field and stop being allergic to run the ball. Stop being allergic to run the ball. Get on the field. And for goodness sake, you know one of your two offensive tackles is struggling. Put Robbie Oots there to block and have a max protection. That's all you got to do. And you be done with it.
Hey, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say one more thing. I think Lawson can get it done, but he just got to come on. I like Lawson. I like his game, but he just got to go do it.
Agreed. It doesn't get any simpler than
I
that.
want to see Lawson flourish, because I know me and him, we had our little issues last year, but I like how the kid plays. Like, you can tell he lines everybody up, but once you line everybody up, go line yourself up.
And do your damn job.
Do your damn job. You got to be animated, man. Like,
hair on fire.
You a captain.
Absolutely.
Bring these mofos with you.
Hey man, listen.
Use my language again, y'all.
Ain't no candy stripers playing linebacker. No candy stripers play that linebacker position.
Hey, people who are watching this, just do me a favor. I've noticed that I think a lot of people starting to take notice now. When you watch the game this Saturday, keep your eye on number 15. That's Justin Johnson.
Yeah,
he's hitting, he's playing with his hair on fire, and he's a junior college transfer, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. Thank you, JUCO.
Yeah. And he's a little bit taller than me. We built alike. Keep your eyes on him.
I see your playing style in it. Listen,
hey, hold on. I did see Justin Jefferson in pregame rocking some Stacey Adams, so I can
you
say
did.
that.
I saw that. I saw
look
that.
here. If you rock Stacey Adams, I know what type of cat I'm getting about you.
That
I know what type of cat I'm getting, but you rock Stacey's.
Listen, folks, homecoming is this weekend, and homecoming cannot be done right unless you have your official title towel. Go to whitwellsports.com today. Enter the promo code STANDARD. You get a nice discount courtesy of your favorite Alabama network, the Bama Standard Network. Grab your title towel today and head to Bryant-Denny Stadium, and let's get that homecoming dub. All right, folks, we have well exceeded time. Before I let everyone go, I want you to go around the room with me, give me your social media and how they can find you. If you have any other shows, let's start out as always with Marvin Constant. Then we'll go to Reggie, up to Steven, and then the star will finish it out.
Predictions?
Well, I don't have a damn prediction. I ain't predicting that. I just want to see them go out there and do their damn jobs. You can follow me on Instagram, Constant45, X Constant451. Simple. And just do your damn job Saturday.
All right.
I'm with Marv, man. Just go get back to having fun. Play the game. Do what you do best and do what got you there. Simple, point blank, period. And you can find your boy at Reggie Ragland. Yeah.
You can find him if you're looking for him for sure. Stephen M.
Just kill everything moving, as Marvin would say. Kill everything moving.
Man.
Be effective on offense. You can find me, Coaching M. Smith, on X. You can find me tomorrow with these assistant coaches. I hope we get some good ones tomorrow because I'm talking to all of these assistant coaches tomorrow.
We're going to be good, man.
Steve, yeah. First of all, before I say this, that little ding that y'all kept hearing, y'all please excuse that. Stephen M. is cooking dinner in the microwave for the family.
That is not true.
He's got potted meat and ramen.
I still eat potted meat. What are you talking about?
Follow me. Just follow me on Cash App, Comic Q. Just follow me on Cash App. $ Comic Q. COMICQUE. Just follow me. Follow me there.
Great job, fellas. A great show. We had a lot to talk about. The tough subjects. That's what we do here. We bring them to light, and we let the fans know what they need to hear. It's not about what you want to hear, and you heard it all tonight, and I think you got the answers you needed. But listen, we got a few more shows coming your way. We're not the only one on this channel. In about 25 minutes, the final whistle is going to kick off, and then tomorrow night, you got the Crimson Dynasty with Cece Payne, Dan James, and Justin J.B. Baines. That's at 6:30 p.m. Central. The nightcap, as always, at 8:15 p.m. Central with George Teague and Teague's Take. And then Saturday, immediately following the game, the Bama Standard post-game show. And then Sunday night, you got Sunday Night Talking Bama with Josh, JT Tucker, Justin JB Bain, Stephen M. Smith, and Marshall Bean. And then on Monday night, you get a recap of the weekend and the week ahead with the opening kick with Gerald Smoke Dixon and Daniel Petty. Listen, we're not stopping. Bama's not stopping either. That'll do it for us. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.
Roll.